You know those students, right? The ones who just seem to get it, who consistently pull top grades, and you're left wondering, what is their secret? It feels like they're playing a different game. Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain and handing you their playbook.
And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do they achieve these incredible results without looking exhausted all the time? Well, the answer. It's probably not what you think.
Here's the truth. It's not magic. It's not about being some kind of born genius. It is a system. It's a playbook of habits that completely rethinks the whole idea of learning. This isn't about cramming more hours into your day. It's about making the hours you already have actually count.
All right, so the very first play in this book has absolutely nothing to do with textbooks or highlighters. Nope, it's all about what's going on right up here in your head. See, before you can change what you do, you gotta change how you think. This idea, it sounds simple, but it is a total game changer. It reframes the entire act of studying. It stops being this awful chore that you have to do, and it becomes a powerful tool that you get to use to build the future you actually want.
And once you see studying as an investment, you develop what we can call a mission mentality. Learning is no longer just another thing on your to-do list. It becomes your priority, a duty to yourself. When you start to really respect the process, you treat your study time with the seriousness it deserves. Okay, so once that mindset is locked in, the next step is to build the structure all around it. This is where things get really practical. We're going to create the framework for success, and that means a consistent, predictable, and powerful daily routine.
You have to work with your brain, not against it. And your brain absolutely loves a routine. When you create a fixed, non-negotiable time for studying, you get rid of that daily debate of, should I study now? Your brain just learns the schedule, it anticipates it, and getting into that focus zone becomes so much easier.
So what could that look like? Well, it doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a simple example. A couple hours of focused work, a real break to recharge, and then a shorter session for review. You know, the key isn't the exact times, it's the consistency. Find a rhythm that works for you, and then lock it in. Okay, mindset? Check. Schedule? Check. Now, what do you actually do during that study time? This is where we separate the amateurs from the pros. We're talking about techniques that are scientifically proven to be way more effective.
Let's be honest for a second. Most of us are experts at passive learning. We reread our notes, highlight half the textbook, and it feels productive, doesn't it? But the information just doesn't stick. The real gains come from active learning, which is all about forcing your brain to actually engage with the material.
So here's your first power-up. Active recall. It's the simple act of pulling information out of your brain instead of just trying to shove it in. Every time you close that book and ask yourself, okay, what was that really about? You're literally building a stronger, better connection to that knowledge.
And the second power-up is spaced repetition. This is the ultimate anti-cramming technique. Instead of one massive study session, you strategically review the material over time. You might look at it after a day, then 3 days, then a week. This sends a powerful signal to your brain that says, hey, this is important. Don't forget it.
Now here's the thing. For any of these amazing techniques to actually work, you need one crucial ingredient: focus. I'm talking about true, deep, uninterrupted focus. That mission mentality we talked about earlier, this is where it really gets tested. It's time to create the perfect environment for your brain to do its best work. And I'm serious, this part is non-negotiable. Your phone is the #1 enemy of deep focus. Turn it off, put it in another room, whatever it takes. Every little buzz, every notification, it shatters your concentration and forces you to start all over again. A clean desk and 0 digital distractions are absolutely essential. If you struggle with focus, the Pomodoro method is about to become your new best friend. It's such a simple system. You pick one single task, you set a timer for 25 minutes, and you work with pure 100% focus. Then you get a guilt-free 5-minute break. It's a brilliant way to train your focus muscle without getting burned out.
So, understanding a concept is a great first step, but true mastery, the kind that leads to those top grades, that comes from something else entirely. It comes from relentless, consistent practice. I love this metaphor. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect to be strong, right? The exact same thing applies to your brain. Every problem you solve, every definition you review, that's a rep. You're building mental muscle, which makes recall faster and more automatic, especially when you're under pressure.
So what does this look like in the real world? For math and science, it means solving tons of different versions of the same type of problem. For languages, it's about daily immersion, writing, reading, listening. And for every single subject,
The secret weapon is a quick 5 to 10 minute review every single day. That one small habit makes cramming totally obsolete.
And this brings us right back to our original question. How do you do all this without burning out? The final, and maybe the most overlooked part of this playbook, is all about building a system that can actually last.
This might be the biggest mindset shift of all. We have to stop thinking of rest as a reward and start seeing it as part of the work itself. A tired brain can't learn effectively. It's as simple as that. A rested brain is a high-performing brain.
And it's not complicated. It really just comes down to these 3 pillars. Take regular, short breaks during your study blocks. Stay hydrated, drink water, and most importantly, you have to protect your sleep. Sleep is literally when your brain consolidates all your memories and stores the information you worked so hard to learn.
So there you have it, the unofficial playbook. It starts with a mission-driven mindset. It's built on a structured daily routine. It uses powerful techniques like active recall in a focused environment. It reinforces everything with daily practice, and the whole system is fueled by proper rest.
Look, this isn't about doing everything at once. That's how you get overwhelmed. This is about starting. So look at this playbook and decide which one of these habits, which single play can you run first. The journey to studying smarter doesn't start tomorrow. It starts right now.